taxable event under GST. So in this taxable event, we have the areas related to supply, composite supply, mixed supply, e-commerce operator, liability to pay tax. These are the areas that are covered here, including TDS, TCS. Okay. So now have a look into this question. This question is related to consideration. Determine whether the following terms fall under the ambit of consideration. Consideration is defined under section 2 clause 31. Consideration means that is includes monetary or non-monetary, that can be in respect of, in response to, or for the inducement of supply of goods or service or both. And consideration excludes refundable security deposits and even subsidy from CGRSG. Okay. So now Reliance Jio offers free mobile handset on payment of security deposit worth rupees 1500, which is fully refundable. Refundable security deposits are not treated as consideration. Then Miss Radha, a customer purchased a gold necklace weighing 275 grams from GRT Jewelers in exchange of her old gold articles weighing 200 grams and pays differential amount in cash. So now from the GRT Jewelers perspective, there are two considerations. Monetary consideration is the amount that is received in cash, and thereafter, so we have some amount, what is that? So non-monetary consideration, monetary consideration will be cash. Non-monetary consideration will be what? 200 grams of gold that is received will be non-monetary consideration. Okay. So then, so will it become supply? Yes, of course it will become supply. Why? Because consideration need not be monetary, it can be non-monetary. So that will become supply under 7(1)(a). So 7(1)(a) supply says that any activity for a consideration in the course or furtherance of business. So consequently it will become supply. First case, will it become supply? No. Why it is not a supply? Because there is no consideration. When there is no consideration, it will become supply only when the activity comes under 7(1)(c). 7(1)(c), 4 activities are there. Disposal of business asset on which ITC is availed. So disposal of business asset on which ITC is availed will be not applicable here, because they are not permanently transferring or disposing of the business asset. Then next we have related party transaction, that will also not come. And transaction between distinct persons, no. Import of service from a related person, no. And principal agent transactions, no. So therefore first activity will not become supply, second activity will become supply. Now from Radha perspective, when you see, she is giving her old jewelry, she is getting a new jewelry. Yes, new jewelry is consideration, but the point is, it is not in the course or furtherance of business. That's why it will not become supply under 7(1)(a). But GRT Jewelers, it is in the course or furtherance of business. For Radha, it is not in the course or furtherance of business. Number 3, MRF Cricket Association, Chennai, gifts a motor bike to Mr. Prem as an inducement to join in their cricket club. So any amount that is offered as an inducement to join the club or provide the service will also be treated as consideration. Okay. So for example, lot of producers wanted to make their children as actors. So therefore they will be giving money to the heroines to sign the movie. So first they will induce by offering some gifts or money to the heroine to sign the movie, and for signing the movie anyhow remuneration is received. So that remuneration is also consideration, and some gifts which are given as an inducement to sign the movie is also consideration. Okay. Then in the second case, no, GST is not payable on 75 grams. GST is payable on entire 275 grams. So the 200 grams will be non-monetary consideration. We need to arrive at the value of the 200 grams and whatever is the money. For example, the 200 grams value is say 3,500 rupees. Then 200 into 3,500 plus how much amount received in cash, that will be taken as the value for payment, because whenever there is consideration, that is price is not the sole consideration. So when price is not the sole consideration, what we will do? We will apply rule 27. What is that rule 27? So it says that open market value or money received plus money value of non-monetary consideration or like kind and quality, that will be applicable. Okay. Then number 4, XYZ Limited is manufacturing fertilizers used for agriculture purpose. State government has given 30% subsidy on sale of such fertilizer. Subsidy from CGRSG will not be treated as consideration. That is specifically excluded from the meaning of consideration. Then point number 5, ABC and Company, a trading concern, has supplied the product X to Mr. Y at a subsidized rate of 30,000. Open market value of such goods is 45,000. The supplier of ABC and Co has given the subsidy to it to compensate for the price difference. Now what will be taken here? First, ABC and Co is a trading concern, has supplied the product X to Y at a subsidized rate of 30,000. The supplier of ABC and Co has given subsidy to it. So subsidy received from a person other than CGRSG, will it be treated as consideration? Yes. So therefore that subsidy received from ABC, supplier of ABC, will be treated as consideration. Venus Music World charged a late fee as penalty for late return of a DVD compact disc to its customer. So the late fee or interest or penalty for delay in receipt of consideration or anything, consideration for tolerating an act, that comes under consideration for tolerating an act, that will also be treated as consideration. VS Limited provides tax consultancy services without any consideration to SK Limited, in which VS Limited holds 30% shares. The said consultancy has been provided for the benefit of entire group. This is not a transaction between related persons, because holding 30% shares in one business will not make it a related party transaction. So therefore it is not a supply, because related party transactions will become supply under 7(1)(c) even though without consideration, provided they are related party transaction. Here holding 50%, more than 50% will only be called as control, but 30% is not called as control. Due to that reason, it's not a related party transaction. Okay.